So now a new year, happy 2026 to everyone here from STSL Off the Track. With the new year comes a brand new season of monster trucks and of course everything else. But we'll start off with tonight's episode, of course, with a guest. Usually our co-host at this point. It is starting off with Nafagen.
That is right. Just like Lane said, it is a new year, a new season, new opportunities, and new attitudes. And all these drivers and these teams have new attitudes heading into the season. I'm just excited to see the continuing action. Already started in week one, so let's see what else happens this year.
And back with us here today is Dorzy.
Yes, sir. A new year. I can't wait to play my new copy of WWE 13, and I also can't wait to beat my kids.
If you know, you know. I understood that reference.
Right.
So of course in 2026 we're only literally just 5 days in. We've already seen a lot of stuff happen so far. Apart from the most obvious elephant in the room, which we're not that type of podcast, but we did notice a lot of things from sports this last weekend. Of course, we'll bring back sports world with Nafagen.
That is right. What is going on in the big world of sports? Well, let's take it to college football to start because we're just now getting into the thick of the 12-team playoff. The quarterfinals just wrapped up and it was full of action. And out of the top four seeds that got a first round bye, only one moved past the quarterfinal round. That was number one, Indiana, who had advanced into, I believe it's the Peach Bowl, and they're going to be playing against the Oregon Ducks in that game in Atlanta, Georgia, and then in Glendale, Arizona for the Fiesta Bowl in that semifinal game. It is going to be the Ole Miss Rebels, and let me see who they're going to be taking on. I believe it's the Miami Hurricanes, yes, who was the 10 seed coming into the playoff out of 12 teams. A lot of controversy surrounding should they have been the playoff or not, but they're proving the doubters wrong. They are in the semifinals. Can't wait to see who's going to be in the national championship, which will be played on January 19th. And now transitioning into the professional football playoffs, as now the 14 playoff bracket is set. The 14 teams are in, and it was quite an exciting week 18 to see the least, to finally set the playoff bracket together. The Carolina Panthers have a losing record, but win their division, so they're in the playoffs. The main story is the game last night. The Steelers and the Ravens. Jeez, what a game that was. Steelers score a touchdown late. Chris Boswell misses the extra point. Ravens have a chance to win the game off a field goal, but it's kicked wide right. So the Ravens out and the Steelers are in. And what a playoff bracket it is. The Broncos and the Seahawks have the byes, the first round bye. On the AFC side, it's the Texans at the Steelers, Bills at the Jaguars, and the Chargers at the Patriots. I'm sure Dora is going to be very excited for that one. And then on the NFC side, the Rams take on the Panthers, 49ers at the Eagles, and the Packers against the Bears. Do the Packers still own the Bears? We're going to find out in that game. What do you guys think about this? This is going to be an exciting playoff.
Yeah, for me to go first here. Man, what a playoff bracket this is. No Joe Burrow, no Patrick Mahomes, no Lamar Jackson. I'm pretty sure no one had this in their predictions for a playoff bracket. So if Josh Allen doesn't win this, there's no excuse anymore.
Yeah, this is their best chance in a long time to win a Super Bowl, just like a few other teams too.
I'll put my 2 cents in here. I agree with you guys. It is a crazy bracket we are saying so far. It actually kind of brings me back to the early 2010s, mid 2010s of NFL. Of course, seeing my team back in the playoff picture, being the number one seed, is awesome. Of course, the one thing that's worrying is the team we're gonna face after that, being whether it's Houston or Buffalo, which high chance it is Buffalo. Um, but yeah, it's so crazy the way this playoff is looking right now. No Chiefs. Of course, no Ravens, which I mean, to put it how, so I have a roommate that is a Ravens fan, and man, the silence was so loud for 5 whole minutes after that. Like, I'm the Broncos fan here, right? Of course, my other roommate is, but the other roommate I have is a Ravens fan. So just him trying to keep it together, watching that game, it was just something a sight to see. Really, it was kind of funny to me. And of course, he was sharing me all the things that Ravens fans were talking about. Of course, talking trash to Tyler Loop after missing the field goal, which was dead center straight too. It was right there and goes far right into it, which, man, I don't even know. A lot of people were talking so much trash to him. A lot of trash to the coach as well, to mostly to the team, just for losing a really important game in the season. Uh, which is funny because I actually picked the Steelers, hoping that Ravens would at least get the win. But I mean, I get 10 points, but at what cost?
Yeah, another thing, I know, like, you were saying Tyler Loop was getting a lot of heat. I can't even imagine being in his shoes in that situation. I mean, the season on the line and all the kickers, like him and Boswell, they both had to battle the wind. It was not in their favor that night. So, I mean, it's a tough loss for the Ravens, for all of them. I mean, Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, their reactions, said it all.
Yeah, even crazier. Tyler Loop's fiance block comments, which was insane. She saw it coming. Uh, but yeah, Ravens fans were definitely not happy last night. After losing a game in prime time. Of course, there was a lot going on in NFL, which was just the most insane week of the NFL regular season, heading into playoffs, which start this weekend. Uh, I know we all just made our brackets. I have two, just in case. I'm really biased, but not for you. I'm curious. Who do you have to win? Go out through this bracket and win the Super Bowl. Who do you have?
Oh, I might make another bracket as well, but this first initial bracket, it's tough because there are a lot of great matchups even in the wild card, and there are a lot of great hypothetical matchups they can think of, but I'm going with the team that was the number one seed 10 years ago and won it. I'm going with the Denver Broncos. I really believe that, this has been a long rebuild for Denver, but they found their coach, they found their quarterback, all their team, the fan base is back. So I believe the Broncos are going to ride it all the way into Santa Clara, the same place they won Super Bowl 50 10 years ago. And I think history is going to repeat itself.
Dorsey, I know you're the only Patriots fan here, and obviously I can tell your bracket's going to have your team going on and win the Super Bowl, which I don't blame you, but who is your pick here?
I actually don't. Both my brackets I did, I had neither of them even making it to the Super Bowl. If you want me to be honest, I
Oh,
no one, no
interesting.
one, no one really believed on the Patriots this year. I also didn't believe because of how terrible it's been for the last few years, being 4-13 2 years in a row. Um, but for my first bracket, the one that I believe the most, it came down to actually I don't even remember who the second place was now that I'm thinking about it. I think it was Houston. I think I had Houston making it to the Super Bowl and losing because Houston's been on a tear lately. They're, I believe, a 9-win game streak right now. But for my Super Bowl predictions, I have the Los LA Rams making it and winning, and Matthew Stafford getting his second one. I mean, I feel like Stafford should have had multiple by now, and he's gotten completely screwed with Detroit. And I don't know, they've been looking great, and I just think LA is gonna win.
Those are interesting picks, actually. I didn't I had Rams. I didn't pick the Rams yet, but how their season went. It kind of didn't look good at the end. I believe they got cursed at some point. From what I've been hearing. I would almost go with the Rams, but not. I think I actually had them go up as finalists in this year's Super Bowl, but like Nafagen, actually, first off, Nafagen, I receive you. I respect you going for the Broncos, my boy. Um, I made two brackets here, like Nafagen did. So my first initial bracket, oof, y'all are gonna hit. Actually, yeah, if anyone's from Denver listening, you're gonna hate me. I have the Patriots winning. I actually believe in this might be the reincarnated version of Bill Belichick and Tom Brady Patriots.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, I got reincarnated Patriots winning because they are looking. I mean, I know Dorsey, you said they didn't look all that strong. I thought they did actually. Like, yeah, they didn't have any perfect games at all. They don't really have
Oh
the
no, I
perfect
mean they
team.
didn't look strong for the last few years. This year was a complete surprise.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, yeah, I agree. But like this year, they were looking like the absolute reincarnated version of the old Patriots 10 years ago. Um, I for my first initial bracket, I have the Patriots. Forgot which. I think I have the Rams as finalist in this one. For my second bracket, now I'm totally biased, right? Of course, it's gonna be the Broncos. Like, no way. Like, of course, everything it's just it's gonna be funny to look at. We won like Nafajin said, we won the Super Bowl 10 years ago, very same place and all. Uh, and of course, our team right now actually looks like how we did 10 years ago. We struggled a little bit. Our offense definitely stepped up a bit. The defense was working great. Um, and then once came playoff time, we struggled a little bit, but we somehow pulled through. So I'm thinking we are gonna do it again 10 years later. We literally just celebrated the 10-year anniversary of Super Bowl 50 uh a while ago. So I really biased, but Denver Broncos are going all the way to the Super Bowl once again in Santa Clara. So yeah, there we go. We'll see.
If I mentioned my second bracket, I'd put Seattle Seahawks winning because they also have been really good.
Yeah, Seattle's been looking great. I think I did watch last night's game too, or Saturday, I mean. But yeah, Seattle's on a tear. Seattle's looking like 2014, 15 Seattle once again, which is crazy. Um, yeah, and then of course Buffalo being one is there once again. I didn't have them as a Super Bowl contender this year because of how they turn out every playoff, and thankfully and luckily for them, they don't have the Kansas City Chiefs this time around, and any round they have to face them off against. But in knowing Buffalo, they're gonna choke at one point. But in my first national bracket, I do have Buffalo beating Denver, which they did beat last year. Um, yeah, I don't know. Buffalo, I don't know. They could be a slept on team. They could finally pull it off. Finally. But other than that, I believe that is in sports, right, Nafajan?
Yeah, I believe that's the big stuff that's going on right now. Just a
Yeah,
bunch of playoff football.
yeah, pretty much playoff football, college, and the big leagues are calling. Other than that, there's not much going on other than basketball. Playoffs don't start yet till like the next couple of months. Baseball doesn't even start until spring, which we're almost there, guys. Um,
Yeah.
see what else? I would think. Oh yeah, and then hockey is still going around. I know they had a stadium series. Uh, lately the latest one was in Lone Depot Park in Miami.
Home Depot.
Uh, Home Depot, Lone Depot. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big hockey fan, but that's all I know as of late. Other than that, we're going on to sports to motorsports. That being monster trucks. The brand new season is here upon us, ladies and gentlemen. So, as we go through the list of shows here from this week, um, put on the screen here. There you are. Of course, we're going to start off with The Hot Wheels we're gonna start off with the end of the list here, starting off with Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live Glow and Fire. I don't even know why they still do this gimmick, but sure, why not? So we had three shows, two domestically, one international. First off, we had with Charlotte, North Carolina. This lineup included Five Alarm with Joe Cipher, Bigfoot, Kelly Bianizic, Bone Shaker, Clint Watson, Mega Rex, Dylan Bartz, Rhinomite, the brand new Hot Wheels truck everyone was talking about the last couple of months, with Anthony Rader behind the wheel, and Skelosaurus with Mike Phelps, and then Tiger Shark with Mike Mentor. No results from this show. Of course, we'll talk about the two other things here in just a moment. Savannah, Georgia also held Hot Wheels Five Alarm with Cody Holman, Bigfoot, Eric Steinberg. We'll talk about discern. Like I said, we'll talk about discern Bigfoot design here in just a bit. Bone Shaker, James Calhoun back behind the wheel. Megarex with Frank Kreml. Applebee's Watch Out. Rhinomite, Kellen Williams, Skelosaurus, Devin Wheeler, and Tiger Shark, Kyle Sizemore. And then, of course, over the pond is Manchester United Kingdom with Bigfoot, Rebecca Snell, Bone Shaker, Cody Smith, Youngster, Allison Patrick, Megarex, Kristen Miguez, Rhinomite, Darren Schnell, Nick Miguez with Skelosaurus, and then, of course, Tiger Shark with Rex Steffens. So, of course, the elephant in the room, talk about Hot Wheels. First of all, we're going to talk about the brand new design, even though we already mentioned it. I had mentioned it the last couple of episodes in the last season. Of course, that is the brand new Bigfoot design. Of course, it is toy inspired, which this new Bigfoot will be a part of KC this year. So this new Bigfoot look is actually, the same blue color, only with a new flame pattern around it. Now includes red and orange or yellow flames. A 75 on the door sides, and of course Bigfoot on the bed sides. How do you like? How do you guys? What do you guys think of this brand new design?
I'm gonna go quick with
I
this. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't even seen it.
Oh, really?
I have
go ahead
not.
and look for
Oh,
it right now while I talk about it. I absolutely love this Bigfoot. I know recency bias, but this might be one of the coolest Bigfoot designs I've seen in a while. It perfectly it shows Bigfoot perfectly. It shows Hot Wheels perfectly. Just the two combining into one. I love it. It's fresh. It's got the new flames, like you mentioned, sort of a new logo as well. And I just love the 75 because Bigfoot originating back in 1975. Just a nice touch there, and it looks really cool in competition. I can't wait to see it in person. Now we wait for Door to take a look at it.
Oh, I don't think I will
yeah.
My honest reaction.
because I'm okay.
Whoops. I believe. Yeah, I believe
Go ahead.
you can tell we're having absolute new with the Discord soundboards we're finding out about today. Well, I'm here on the wiki site, which is the most reliable source code for monster truck stuff. Where are you at? Oh, we are. Oh, we love things loading up. Hey,
I'll give my predictions
still waiting on
af
this.
after I'm done editing those, because I'll just show the picture during the video.
Bigfoot. Yeah.
Okay, so there we go on mine. Of course, you can see new Bigfoot. I actually like not bad. I do like this over the over the blue and orange design they came up with the last couple of years ago. Does this beat last year's anniversary scheme? No, not really. But hey, I kind of like this better than the Rusty version, which that Rusty version was not really the best. But this one I actually kind of like. It's not bad. It doesn't hurt for Bigfoot to have, a nice, uh, crazy design going all around it. This, I guess you could kind of say it's like a flame pattern, or whatever it is. But hey, it does not look that bad actually.
Yeah, that truck looks like it's got some very hot wheels. Okay, I'll stop. No,
Fair enough.
I'll keep going. But keep going, Lane.
No, please stop.
Anyway, yeah, Hot Wheels. Anyway, so that was Hot Wheels from Manchester and Savannah, Georgia, and where was the other one? I literally just forgot. Charlotte, North Carolina. So going on over next to Chandler, Arizona for 2X Monster Trucks Live. Uh,
What about
Starting their
Rhinomite?
season as well. Oh yeah. My bad, my bad. Whoops. So there is a brand new truck. Of course, we've seen this as a toy from the last couple of years. Finally made it into a fruition. Finally in fruition. Now a real truck. That being Rhinomite. It's a custom pickup truck, and honestly, it does not look that bad. Like I actually like this over Sparkle Smash. What do you guys think of it?
Well, first of all, I don't know how you can top Sparkle Smash. I mean, it's the superior truck. No, I'm just kidding. I love Rhinomite. I really like how they executed this body. It is weird seeing it on a Bigfoot truck, but I'm not gonna say anything negative about that. I mean, I really like how they execute this body, uh, getting Rhinomite and making it come to life, and it looks really cool on the track as well. Same thing with Bigfoot.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's any negative about this. I think they pretty much nailed the body 100%.
Yeah, this the portions and everything are like really accurate to the toy as well. They really just somehow made it work well for a real life chassis. And I honestly think it looks way much better than Skelosaurus, which Skelosaurus looks still confusing to look at in real life. But Rhinomite actually looks pretty cool. It looks pretty close. It actually, ironically, looks the closest to the toy version more than Tiger Shark and Magrex do to the toys. Which,
Yeah, even
yeah,
even Bone
Rhinomite actually
Shaker,
doesn't.
even like Bone Shaker doesn't look accurate at all either.
Yeah, Bone Shape, like literally most of the Hot Wheels originals here look weird compared to the toys, but Rhinomite is the most accurate by far. So yeah, I actually kind of like Rhinomite. I can't wait to see it at some point. Uh, but yeah, we'll obviously we'll rank that body at the end of the year. Next up, we'll finally move up to Chandler, Arizona for 2X Monster Trucks Live Tour. Um, and of course, this lineup included Bounty Hunter with Jimmy Crean, Brutal Austin Minton, Jekyll and Hyde, Corey Kinel, Run Rex with Mike Nugent, making his I believe this is full time driving debut. He's driven before. I think this is actual full time now, isn't it?
His
Yeah, I
first
believe
full
so.
season, yeah.
Yeah, I think okay. And then of course we have the return of Scarlet Bandit with Don Crean behind the wheel, and of course Shark Bites, driven by two people on. So Dan Dahlgren got to drive show one, but was feeling very much under the weather, according to Zona Monsters, which also had Austin Minton drive for him as well throughout the weekend. So I do have results from this show. Thanks to Zona Monsters, my boy. For show one, your skills winner is Jimmy Crean and Bounty Hunter. Your racing winner is Austin Minton. He was actually driving Brutal this first show. Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's on this list. So yeah, Austin Minton was driving Brutal. Beats Jekyll and Hyde in Racing Show 1. And of course, for freestyle, the winner is my boy Corey Kinel and Jekyll and Hyde. And of course, for Show 2, the winner was Austin Minton and Brutal. Racing was Don Crean. And then freestyle was once again Corey Kinel um, up in Chandler. Chandler has an interesting track. This is like a rally truck. Trophy. You
Like
guys
it's
know
like a
what this
trophy truck track.
Yeah, it's almost yeah, exactly. Interesting track, and of course, last year, if you all remember, when Sharkbite had that crazy somersault rollover from one of the big ramps, over on that track. This is the same exact track that happened in. But other than that, there was results thanks to Max. And of course, check out his post, his page. He had great photos with the teams. Of course, the greatest one of them all is the White Iverson. I can't believe he actually got this with Dennis. Is the White Iverson photo with Dennis? Of course, I'll repost this on the STSL account. But man, what a great picture he has. Uh, but other than that, he said the shows were pretty solid. Show two might have been the weakest one to one, but hey, he said he couldn't complain. They were both pretty solid. Uh, yeah, he's pretty happy about Chandler. But other than that was the only shows we had from this last weekend. Now we get to move on to the next one, which is of course Monster Jam, starting off their season, and we only had one series run this last weekend. Usually for the last couple of years, we had all 4 or 5, sometimes 6 run at the same time. But this time around, we only have one to kick off the new year. Of course, that is Salt Lake City, Utah, starting off with Arena Championship Series West. So your lineup included Earthshaker, Alex Barton, El Toro Loco, Armando Castro, Gravedigger, Matt Cody, Jurassic Attack with Tim Hall Jr., Megalodon with Ashley Sanford and Matt Doomer. Story around here is that Ashley Sanford did compete Friday night. However, she was feeling ill due to environmental illness. Uh, she was she had to miss out on the last 3 shows of the weekend and had a newcomer, actually a Monster Jam official and longtime Monster Jam fan, Matt Doomer, drive for the first time ever for his career in Megalodon for the first time ever. And of course, Blake Granger, the reigning World Finals freestyle champion, back in Dalmatian. Carson Williams in Thunder Wars this year. And then Cliff Turner, our other rookie from Team Throttle Monster, driving Velociraptor, the orange body, David Alford's old body, this time around in Arena West. So let's go uh, through the events that unfolded here this last weekend in SLC, which of course will be back here for World Finals this July, 4th weekend. So as the page is loading here, so yeah, I don't know why, just my whole thing is struggling for some reason. Um, there we go. So for Friday night show 1, your racing winner is Monster Amount Dalmatians Blake Ranger defeating El Trolico. Talking about El Trolico, it's celebrating 5 of the Crazy Bowl, which is something I actually didn't even expect at all. Like, knowing they just celebrated Sparkle Smash's 1 year, I don't even know. I mean, I'm not being skeptical. I don't know if they're going to celebrate 15 years of Son of a Digger. They may or may not. But after judging from throwing on a simple sticker to El Trolico's body just with the 25th anniversary, finally acknowledging it for the last 25 years, which is cool. But hey, I mean, you know what? I'll take it. Instead of a crazy concept design that everyone loves to do for some reason, when it comes to anniversary, it's like, oh, let's make it blue, let's make it black, let's make it yellow. Like, no, keep it simple. This is why you guys keep crying out over anniversary schemes.
I mean,
You just
El
want something
Toro,
simple.
El Toro literally just got a brand new design, anyways. So I don't know what anyone really
Yeah,
expected.
like if this was 10 years ago, sure. No, I mean I wouldn't know how I felt about it in 2016. But even like you said, we got the body just last year, um, instead of this year. It feels a little early, but it feels just in time as well. Because they still acknowledge the whole entire history of the truck itself. Um, with a bunch of names that driven this truck. Lupe Souza being one of them, the most iconic one of the entire team, winning a championship with one. Of course, the current one, Armando Castro, winning 2 of them with it. Uh, Becky McDonough, uh, Mark McDonald. Of course, we also had Chuck Werner, MJ Solorio, Caleb Blood also was one of them for anyone that knew. Tristan England also was one for one weekend. Of course, we also have Fernando Martinez, all the other names that have driven El Trolico. I'm glad they're acknowledging this for once. So maybe we'll see this weekend if they're celebrating 15 or Son of a Digger or not. But hey, we'll see we'll see how they go because they never said anything at all. They never said anything at all for when it comes to anniversaries anymore. Uh, which is weird. They just do it last minute now. But anyway, back to Salt Lake City. Um, so on to skills. Your winner was once again Dalmatian Blake Ranger going two for two, and then freestyle goes to Armando Castro El Toro Loco, but the overall goes to Blake Ranger, clinching the first 23 points of this series and the year to kick off Arena West. Of course, we'll move on to show two. Your racing winner is not Blake Granger. He made the finals, but however, it was Alex Barton in Earthshaker, redeeming himself from last year's Salt Lake City events where he got injured. He came back even stronger, and he said, "You know what? It's mine for the taking," and took home a racing win against the reigning freestyle champion. Next up is skills, and it goes to Armando Castro Toro Loco. Freestyle goes to Matt Cody and Gravedigger, his first win of the season. Overall, number two goes to Dalmatian Blake Ranger. Show three. Racing winner once again was Alex Barton Earthshaker, this time defeating El Toro Loco. Skills goes to Tim Hall Jr., our goats in Jurassic Attack. And then freestyle goes to Matt Cody, Gravedigger. And of course, overall, this time goes to Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. And of course, show four was actually bigger. There was a lot going on here. Can't wait to reveal this one. So your racing winner, the third time this weekend, is Earthshaker's Alex Barton, this time defeating Team Throttle teammate Tim Hall Jr. Jurassic Attack. But Tim Hall Jr. goes on to win skills and then freestyle. And then, not only that, he got himself an overall event championship for the first time ever this season. Of course, he got one back in 2024. He finally got one in the regular season this year. How are you feeling about that? We're late. We're late on the soundboards, I guess.
Yeah, no, I'll go first then. You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, this was the show that I unfortunately didn't watch live because I was at the Patriots game last night, and I watched the other three live, but I heard a lot of good stuff about show four. It was a Team Throttle Monster takeover, and man, congrats to Tim Hall. He had a really shaky start. Didn't have a good start to the to his 2026 season with the first two shows, but the last two shows he definitely stepped up his game. And yeah, we're gonna talk about points soon, but man, what a close battle Reno West is right now with the top five.
Hitting two Morgan and Morgan backflips this weekend?
Yes,
Who would have
sir.
saw that coming? And got an overall event championship, of course. And Alex Barton picking up a few racing wins. Love to see that.
Yeah, it was absolutely Team Throttle takeover in their very hometown, of course, in Salt Lake City. Up the road is Ogden, where the team resides in. But very big weekend to kick off the 2026 season. Of course, the other thing we have to talk about, this is the first season with the new shoebox mufflers that left actually
Ah,
very mixed, which actually left very mixed reviews among the entire community. A lot of fans, have voiced their concern, said that they don't like it. It's too quiet. It's not how it was anymore. But on the other side, on the people actually in the industry that work on these trucks and everything, they actually kind of like it. Sure, they're not in favor of it, but they actually all still like it because you actually get to hear the supercharger whine, which is an interesting take. So I'm actually kind of 50-50 on this too. Yeah, I'm gonna miss the loud noises, but it leaves you listening to the supercharger whine now. So hey, maybe there's a win, there's a loss, but there's something a bit for both actually. What do you guys think on that?
I think I'm gonna give an opinion when I go to Providence in less than a month. I really don't know yet.
yeah, kind of the same thing. I go to Nashville in about 2 weeks, so I'll get to hear it for myself. But hearing it on the live stream, it's awful.
Yeah, I didn't
I
like it
can't
on the
imagine
live.
what it's like to listen to it actually at a show. So I'll wait and see for that.
Yeah, and I have to agree. In the lives, they don't sound great. They sound absolutely quiet. They do sound like the Beam and G trucks, which is funny. It's funny because the Beam and G trucks absolutely sounded like that even before the shoebox mufflers were a thing. Um, I agree. I'm a wait to judge on this till I actually get to hear these in person in Denver. Also less than a week. Um, I'm less than a week, less than a month. Um, but yeah, it's left a very mixed review among the community. Of course, like I said, among the people in the industry, those who work on the trucks, those who drive them, all this and that, compared to the fans, well, of course, love the loud noises. Are the reasons why they are monster truck fans, but it is very interesting. These new ones are apparently 50-50. We'll see how everyone likes them. We'll see how they are in a stadium setting this upcoming weekend. That's where
Actually,
that's where it will be a final saying.
I wonder, is it actually going to be in stadiums? Because I wonder if they're just doing this for like smaller arenas, where like the sound is really echoing throughout the venue.
That's what a lot of people were
Mhm.
thinking.
Yeah, I mean,
But then
I
again,
don't know.
Cardiff used to always have them in Stockholm as well, so who knows?
Yeah, we've seen them in the European shows the last couple years, like you said, but we'll see if they are on in stadiums. Talking about tracks, another thing that we also have to talk about is finally got more paint, which was something every fan has been crying about for over the last 20 years. Actually, no, the last 15 years. It's been no over the last 10 years. Uh, okay. I know a lot of people liked the red and yellow advanced auto parts days in terms of tracks. Hey, look, the tracks themselves look cool, but the paint was just very repetitive. Sure, they got creative with it, but it was very much the same thing. And they stuck with that for the next 10 years. But this time around, we've seen a lot of red and black or black and blue or different colors. On certain occasions, we've seen World Finals use red and blue with black. Now, since it is, of course, America's 250th anniversary, Monster Jam has taken the liberty to update their paint. And instead of the red or blue, they're using both, no black at all. Of course, they're still using the white chalks uh, to outline the tracks, but is now red and blue. And I actually kind of like that idea. At first, someone said they were green, and you know what? We didn't take it for granted. We didn't take the word just yet till we actually saw leaks going around, and then I saw Matt Cody's story. I see half and half tarps. At first, I thought it was purple, but then everyone said it was blue. It's like a very dark blue. It's like a navy blue, but like I actually kind of like it. It's not bad. What do you guys think?
Every show is going to be San Antonio 2021 for those who get that reference. But no, for America's 250th anniversary, the United States, I like it. I know it's the same colors per se as like the last couple of years, but it is a different way, like a different scheme. And it's almost like this year, Gone Are the Days are championship series just named after colors, like Stadium Series red, Stadium Series blue, or green. Every tour is going to be the same color, but I mean, for America, heck yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I agree. It's different. It's it's celebrating America, which Moss Gym was from, and I think it makes perfect sense to do it.
Yeah, it's very interesting that they're doing this. It is also confirmed, however, that all stateside shows, all five tours running domestically, will have the red and blue colors. Internationals will not. They will still, I believe, having the black and red or blue color, whatever they're using out there. Um, and I actually do like this idea. It's not bad. I do still wish they took more creativity on the track painting and designs. But hey, finally got some. new color, but I don't like the idea. I don't like. I don't hate. Sorry, I don't hate the idea of this.
Wayne
So I
hates
kind of
this
like it. It's
idea.
not bad. Oh no! Oh man, I'm canceled. Oh, I'm out of here, guys. You guys can take. You guys can take control. Bye. Last episode. So yeah, I like the new track colors. I like the concepts. Can't wait to see what internationals will be using. Of course, we've seen black and red in Australia and Singapore's, uh, blue and black for Mexico and every other show in South America as well. Um, and that's pretty much about it. Going on to the point series for uh, starting off with Arena Series West. So I'll put up two versions just in case of see if we're accurate. So for your leader, so this is the according to the Monster Jam version. So right now your leader is Blake Granger with Monster Mutt Dalmatian with 73 points. Armando Castro second, El Toro Loco with 67. Dumb joke. We're finally done with it. It's 2026. Get over it. Matt Cody Gravedigger 64. Tim Hall Jr. Jurassic Attack 62. Alex Barden having an awesome week and winning racing events with Earthshaker 59. Matt Doomer and Ashley Sanford both sharing Megalodon with 35 in sixth. Carson Williams Thunderers with 30 and Cliff Turner Velociraptor at last place with 18. So this is the Monster Jam website version.
This, just to make sure, this should be correct. This is definitely correct.
See, because I'm also looking at the uh yeah, I'm also looking at the season statistics spreadsheet. So everything seems to be 73, 67, 64, 62, 9, 35, 30, and 18. Yeah, it is accurate so far. After last year's fiasco with point deductions and everything, we didn't get all that part. We'll see how that this year goes with all that. So far as in points, we're all going pretty accurate. So smooth sailing this first week in points. We'll see how chaotic it gets in points wise this upcoming weekend. Um, talk about next weekend. We'll see. Let's see the upcoming shows we have for week 2 of 2026. Can you believe it? We're already in week 2.
This
Holy
is
crazy.
when
We're already.
this is when
Go
all
ahead.
the tours really start going into high gear now.
Yeah. A lot of them start coming in. Oh, of course, we're going to go at the bottom of the barrel. Starting off with Highland Heights, Kentucky for Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live. Uh, there's a lot. So I'm not really going to go through the lineups here. It's all the same, pretty much. Highland Heights, Kentucky, Austin, Texas, and London, United Kingdom will all have Hot Wheels Monster Trucks events over there. Monster Trucks Maniacs starts off their season in San Angelo, Texas. Starting off with Crazy Heifer, Dylan Fenley, Fire Hazard, Chris Davis, King Crunch, Dylan Fenley, and a TBA truck listed there as well. Monster X Tour in Albany, Georgia. Excuse me. In Albany, Georgia, Monster X Tour. We'll have Double Trouble with Tyler Groth, Lone Wolf, Stanley Hernandez, Psychotic, Dale Waldron, and USA One with TBA driver, and of course the veteran with Travis Groth in this tour now instead of Toughest. Next up is Monster Truck Wars in Pensacola, Florida. There's a lot of TBAs here. Whoa. We got Outlaw with the TBA, Shark Attack with Kaylee Angstrom. Didn't they retire Sheriff?
I guess they're bringing it back.
Well, that was
Huh.
quick.
Yeah, that was fast. So back from the dead is Sheriff. And then T-Rex this upcoming weekend in Pensacola, and then Dallas, Texas. Uh, a lot of TBAs here as well. This is the debut show of Locomotive with Justin Murphy behind the wheel. Of course, we'll also be seeing Outlaw, Shark Attack, and T-Rex part of the lineup. Motorsport Spectacular and Kelowna, British Columbia, elbows up the new truck from Straight Up Racing. Then just basically the same body, the Samson-ish version, the Straight Up Racing version of it. Elbows up, new identity. Joe Briggs behind the wheel, identity theft, Marvin Anderson. Mixed up the brand new identity as well from Straight Up Racing, Brand new concrete concept truck. What do you guys think on this truck?
Oh, the mixed up truck. I love the design. I love the color scheme of it. It really pops out, and you know, this team, Straight Up Racing, they cook with new trucks, and they definitely cooked with this one.
I don't think I have to add anything else. I think 100% what Jeremy said, I agree with.
Yeah, for a concrete truck concept, it looks pretty cool. Also, we also have Rockstar Bill Payne behind part of the lineup, and Spitfire with Dallas Rogers as well. Next up is Tucson, Arizona for two extreme monster trucks. Oh boy, I will have to ask Max if he's going on to this one. We also have Bounty Hunter Jimmy Crean, Brutal with Jeremiah Paris, Jekyll and Hyde, Corey Kinel, Rowan Rex, Mike Nugent, and Sharkbite with Dan Dahlgren. Monster Truck Insanity Next Level Tour in Lebanon, Missouri. Um, American Scout with Colton Kaiser, of course, was known for driving High Roller 3 last year. Now driving his usual identity, of course, that being American Scout. Mechanical Mischief with Josh Baumgartner. That's one thing to take away here is not driving Bigfoot this season, apparently. Not driving his old identity as well, that being Mechanical Mischief. Uh, and then, of course, with the Hall Rose missing from Monster Jam, we're seeing their third driver out here driving in the Insanity Next Level Tour, that being Raminators, Dan Cheech Agosh, driving here in this tour. We also have Smash Stories under TBA. And this one's weird as well because we've seen Tim MF Jones driving Toughest every other year. And this time around, he's in Insanity driving Twisted Addiction. Usually he drives Telegator as well. We also have All Star Mufflers Tour in Naples, Florida. This lineup is a crazy one. Cracking with Nick Pagliarulo, High Tide, Elliot Miller, Lomos Madness, Athena Kozel, Misfire, Brooke Pagliarulo, and Rat Attack with Jacob Laderick. Usually drives West Coast shows, now driving the East Coast shows. We'll see how that does for him. Of course, Toughest Monster Tour starting off their season in Prescott Valley, Arizona. I think Max will be going to these. Uh, Blockhead with Darren Basil, Dirk Crew with Jerry Beck, Dirk Crew Dozer back in Toughest with David Alford, Jurassic Attack with Preston Collins, Maximus Jared Smith, and of course Velociraptor, the Blue Body with Preston Prez. Um, of course, that leads us to Jam. This weekend we have one international, and the rest domestically. I believe five. Yeah, five of them. We're going to start off with the International Series in Doha, Qatar. The lineup includes El Toro Loco, Peter Nyman, Gravedigger Charlie Pocken, JCB Diggertron, Brandon Arthur, Megalodon Mikey Waters Jr., Sparkle Smash Chelsea Van Cleef, and Zombie Joe Dennis. Um, Now, I know we mentioned earlier that I kind of wanted to, I mentioned earlier to you guys, I actually wanted to do a fantasy between us throughout the regular points series. Uh, so are you guys still interested to do that little fantasy?
I don't care. We can do something like that.
Give it a shot.
You guys want to do top three or just top one?
Top three.
Top three. All right. I'll give you guys the rest of the rules and points how they work later. So for Doha, which three do you guys have here? There's no right or wrong. We don't. Uh, depending on where they finish, who do you guys have?
So I'll start my top three for Qatar. I'm gonna say one of them, Mikey Waters Jr. in Megalodon. He's got a lot of experience under his belt, especially in Monster Jam. Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron, very competitive racer. And then Charlie Pocken, Gravedigger. You can't go against it. The longtime veteran still going at it. It's going to be a good year for Charlie Pocken, I'm sure.
And then for me, I'm gonna go with number three, Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco. It's great to see him back. Number two, Charlie Pocken and Gravedigger. Can't go wrong with Charlie. And number one is I'm gonna go with Brandon Arthur and JCB Digatron. This man's been on a tear in racing. that if I did my racing average or percentage this past year, he was literally in the top three. So this man's been awesome.
Sorry. So for my top three, for third, I'm gonna go pick with Mikey Waters Jr. Megalodon. Second, I'm gonna go with Charlie Puck and Gravedigger, and then for number one, I'm gonna go with Brandon Arthur JCB Diggertron. Uh, Also, like I said, we're gonna try to make this similar to Pigskin Pick'em. Of course, if anyone here listening is familiar with that, we're gonna try doing it similar to that. Next up is Greensboro, North Carolina, for Monster Jam Arena Series Central or Freestyle Mania. So there is more going on here. Actually, this instead of we don't have to pick out the FMX riders here. They're not even listed out part of this show. But of course, the lineup including here is Bailey Circuit, Brianna Mahan making his first full time season debut. Classroom Crusher with Chucky Pock in the third. El Torloco, Fernando Martinez, Gravedigger, Weston Anderson, JCB Diggertron, Tony Oaks, Megalodon, Michaela Tulachka, Sparkle Smash with Kylie Kent, the PEI unicorn, as Nofagin has been saying all day,
Yeah.
and of course, Zombie with Brandon Tulachka. This might be a fun series to watch. Uh, with all the FMX riders they have teamed up with. So, who do you guys have picked out? Dorsey, I'm gonna start with you.
Oh man, number three. A lot of good drivers here. I'm gonna go with Brandon Tulachka in Zombie. I think he's gonna start out really good. So I'm gonna put him in the number three spot. Number two, can't go wrong with Tony Oaks and his brand new ride for 2026. I think he's gonna go off of the bang with JCB. And number one, it's gotta be Weston Anderson and Gravedigger. There's no question about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with almost all those drivers except for one. And Tony Oaks in a new team, JCB Digatron, and he's also got one of the best FMX riders in TJ Tiffany as his teammate. So that'll help him out as well. So Tony Oaks, Weston Anderson, Teeny Man, and Gravedigger. He loves big floors, and while Bridgestone Arena isn't like as big as a Tacoma or a Fargo, it's still one of like the biggest hockey or just multi-purpose arenas out there. So, or yeah, Greensboro, North Carolina. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead to Nashville. I'm excited for Nashville, if you can tell. But regardless, Weston's always going to throw it down. So give me Gravedigger for that. And then Fernando Martinez. I'm going to go with Fernando and El Toro Loco, who has really become one of the biggest rising stars in Monster Jam and only his third season in the sport. He has really picked it up and going up against the big guns. So give me El Toro Loco, Fernando Martinez.
Right on. So for my number three, I'm picking Brandon Tolochka and Zombie. I think he's gonna do really great in skills. For my number two, I'm gonna go with Brianna Mahan and Bailey Circuit. And number one, I'm gonna go. Oh, number one, whoops, is Weston Anderson and Gravedigger that I'm gonna pick. Uh, so we'll see how Freestyle Mania works this year. I know we saw it this last summer in 2025. We'll see how this time it works out in the regular series. Next up is Reno, Nevada, for Arena Series West. Of course, we will have Alex Barton, Earthshaker, Armando Castro, Torloco, Matt Cody, Gravedigger, Tim Hall Jr., Jurassic Attack, Ashley Sanford, Megalodon, Blake Granger, Dalmatian, Carson Williams, Thunder Oars, and Cliff Turner, Velociraptor. So who do you guys have?
I'll let you go first, Doran, then I'll make my picks.
Man, oh man. Uh, I'm probably gonna go with number three, Tim Hall Jr. in Jurassic Attack, having a very strong second half of Salt Lake City. Number two, I'm gonna go with Blake Granger in Monster Mutt Dalmatian. And number one, I think Armando Castro and El Toro Loco is gonna make some ground, only being what is it, 4 point or 6 points behind Blake. I think he's gonna make some ground, and I think he's gonna be the highest scoring truck for that weekend.
Man, I don't know. I think I'm going to go with almost all those drivers again, except for one. First, I will say Armando Castro. It might be. Oh, I'll say this. It's definitely a disadvantage that he got moved back down to arenas because he is like he really improved in stadiums to fall Stadium Series champion. Back in arenas, but Reno, Nevada, it's a good sized floor, so I think Armando has some plenty of room to pull off some nice moves, especially in two wheel and freestyle. I'm also going to go with Blake Granger in Monster Mutt Dalmatian, which one of the best drivers out there in the game right now, especially in the arena setting. And he showed that last weekend in Salt Lake City. And then third driver, I gotta go with Matt Cody and Gravedigger. I know that he had a few troubles last week, especially in freestyle with a few stop and go moments, just trying to get around the tight corners of Salt Lake City. But here in Reno, he's got an opportunity to really space it out and air it out. So give me the black and green wrecking machine.
Solid picks. Solid picks. For my number one, whoosh. I got Dalmatian. Number two, whoosh. This one's. You know what? I'm gonna go with Jurassic Attack after a solid showing in show four. I'm gonna go with him. We'll see how he does in Reno. He's no stranger to Reno. He's been there before. And then for number three, I'm gonna go with the Toro Loco or Monte Castro. He did. He did kind of. I mean, I always did want to go with Alex Barton, but with the new bigger size floor and different longer racing set, I don't know if Alex is gonna do great there. But Armando Castro is no stranger to them as well. So I'm picking those three for Reno. Next up is Kansas City, Missouri for Arena Series East. This lineup includes El Toro Loco, MJ Solorio, Dragon, Cody Saucier, Gravedigger, Kristen Anderson, Crazy Train, Trent Robbins, Megalodon, John Zimmer Sr., Plain Crazy, Montana Robbins, Sparkle Smash, Logan Ashline, and Terminal Velocity, John Zimmer Jr., last year's Arena Series East champion. So, not Virginia. Who do you got?
First, I'm going to start with the black and green wrecking machine. Cody Saucier and Dragon, one of the best arena racers and just best arena performers. So give me the Dragon. Second driver, give me the Choo Choo Train, Triton Robbins and Crazy Train. I really believe he's going to step it up in his second year. Had a phenomenal first year, but this time he's going to pick up that momentum. I believe it. And then the third driver, it's a no-brainer. Lil Zim, Terminal Velocity. Back at it again this time. A different chassis. So interesting to seeing how that goes with Terminal Velocity. Of course, John Zimmer Jr. knows how to get it done in arena, so I can't wait to see how he does in his second year with Syndicate Motorsports in Monster Jam. Third year overall.
Yes, sir. I'm once again. I think I'm gonna agree, but one. I'm gonna go with number three, Cody Saucier in Dragon. Gonna have a very solid start, I hope, with his brand new chassis. And then number two, I'm gonna go with the MJ Solorio and El Toro Loco. Had a great season last year, finished in second, and I think he's gonna come back with a nice start in Kansas City. And number one, Little Zim, Terminal Velocity, gonna ride the high after winning the championship last year for Arena Series Central, and he's gonna go for it again on the East Tour.
Once again, solid picks for Kansas City. Uh, so for number one, I am gonna go with Terminal Velocity. It's almost a no-brainer. Number two, I'm going with Crazy Train, also a no-brainer. Number three, this is where it actually kind of goes up for debate. I'm gonna go with Cody Saucier and Dragons as well. Um, Next up, we have two more stadium shows. San Diego, California is Stadium Series West, and they will be having blue paint. Well, actually, they're all having the red and blue, so I guess it doesn't matter. Um, so San Diego, California, the first of four shows, I believe, will be hosting Stadium Series West. The lineup, including here, is Bailey Circuit with Corey Rummel, Black Corey Romo, Billy Circus is so weird to say now. After not seeing Megalodon for like the last months. Um, Bailey Circuit, Corey Romo, Black Pearl Colbinard, El Toro Loco, Jamie Garner, Gravedigger Tyler Meninga, Megalodon Deidre Garner, Sparkle Smash Caleb Blood, Shell Shock Dalton Widener, Son of a Digger Ryan Anderson, Wreck Deck Bryce Kenny, Vendetta Mike Christensen, Wildside Zach Garner, and then Zombie Bar and Moose Hours. So who are y'all's top? Actually, I'll start off this time around. For my number one, I'm gonna be on the head of the game on y'all with this. Tyler Meninga, Gravedigger. I know last year he had a lot of struggles with his new chassis, Gravedigger 44, I believe, um, or 40. I don't even know honestly. Uh, I don't know if he's struggling with it now. In the fall series, he actually kind of seems to have finally got the groove with it. So I think he's finally got it down. Maybe on the cusp of winning another Stadium Series championship. So my number one is Tyler Meninga Gravedigger because I got to get them 30 points. um, Number two, I got Son of a Digger Ryan Anderson. He's great in racing like always. Doesn't seem to have a new chassis. But we'll see what the track they get this year. We'll see how he does. And then for number three, I want to go with. This is actually kind of hard to choose. I actually want to go with Zach Garner in Wild Side. So who you guys got?
I'm gonna have Madman Ryan as my number one. Son of a digger. I think this will be a big year for Ryan Anderson and the Anderson camp in general. Number two, I got Tyler Meninga, also known as Mingus Jam and Gravedigger. And for number three, I'm gonna go with the giant flying skateboard, Bryce Kenny and the Tech Deck Wreck Deck. I think he's gonna break that truck in very well, even more. Got a bit of warm-ups on the Fall Stadium Series, but now it's full time now, and he's gonna fly with that truck.
Wow, those were some horrible predictions. Let me show you how it's really done. Number one, I'm gonna go with Bari Musauer and Zombie finishing, almost winning the championship last season. Number two, get me the skateboard, Bryce Kenny in the Tech Deck, Wreck Deck, Monster Truck. And number three, yeah, I think Brian Anderson and Son of a Digger, top three, definitely.
That terrible. Those are terrible. Just kidding.
Thank you.
Next up is Orlando, Florida for Stadium Series East. Of course, the lineup including Avenger Jim Kohler, Classroom Crusher Camden Murphy, El Torlico Joe Foley, Excalibur Mike Pagliarulo, Gravedigger Adam Anderson, JCB Diggertron, Tristan England, brand new Black and Blue Jester Matt Pagliarulo, Lucas Stabilizer, Cynthia Gauthier, Mayhem, Chris Kohler, Megalodon, Kevin Crocker, Sparkle Smash, Jamie Sullivan making her Stadium Series debut, and of course Thunder Horrors, Colt Stevens. I'll go ahead and start off with for y'all. So my numbers, I'll start off with mine's top three. So for my number one, uh, man, for picks you actually have a good one here. You have good selections. For my number one, I'm gonna start off with Tristan England. He is great in racing. Of course, his freestyles are but his skills, of course, get him up there for a high place in the Stadium Series. For my number two, I'm gonna pick Jamie Sullivan, a great racer, a great arena racer. I think she's gonna elevate that and become a great stadium racer this year. Of course, as in freestyle in stadiums, we haven't seen that yet. Of course, we didn't. Unfortunately, did not get to see that in World Finals. Um, for third, I'm gonna go ahead and pick Excalibur Mike Pagliarulo. I think this year's absolutely gonna burn it down like he did it last season. Share that new Excalibur body he has on this year. But those are my top three. Who do you guys got?
Pick the legend Adam Anderson and Gravedigger as number one. Now entering, I don't know, is this like his 21st or 22nd season? I know this year is going to mark 20 years since his first World Finals appearance in TAS, so that'll be a big anniversary for him. A lot of goals in mind for Adam this year. Second, I'm going to go with Tristan England and JCB Digatron. And for third, I'm going with the giant flying school bus. Camden Murphy, his second year in the Classroom Crusher, ready to go even bigger than he did last year.
All right, number one for me, I'm gonna go with the flying school bus, Camden Murphy and Classroom Crusher. Number two, Adam Anderson and Gravedigger. And number three, I'm gonna go. Wow, this is a tough choice. I'm gonna go with. You know what? Let's have fun. I'm gonna go with G.I. Joe Foley and El Toro Loco. Gonna start out with a bang for number three.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, so those are all three picks across the series. I'm still figuring out the points. I know for points wise, first is 30, second is 20, and first is 30, second is 20, third is 10, and overall, I know I said 5 extra points. I'll make that 10. I'll make this similar to Pigskin. Um, I'm trying to figure out how the placements should work actually. So if they should we do it as top if they finish top 3 or top 5 in no specific order?
We can do for arenas top 3 and then for stadiums top 5.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, for stadiums, I know they've got 12 trucks. So I guess that kind of makes it a little more. Yeah, I guess that makes it a little even for everyone. So I guess the rule that is here. So if they for arenas. Oh man, I'm a little confused now.
Do 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 do.
Man, I should have thought this out more. I really just wanted to do this without thinking of it. Um, like I said, if one of them, so if one of them gets overall, that's extra 10 points there. Uh, if they land top 3, okay, if in arenas they land top 3, so say your first pick is number 1. Actually, yeah, but your pick is number 1, pick 2 is 2, and pick 3 is 3. You get all the points there. If they don't, if they're not top 3, so say one of them is, but not the other two, you only get one of those points that you have got. So say your second pick is in the top 3, but the pick 1 and pick 3 aren't. You only are get 20 points off of that. If some are okay, if those certain um if those certain picks are in the top 3, you get those points. If one of them isn't, you won't. Kind of get what I'm getting with?
Sure.
Maybe.
Okay, I'm trying to see. I will go along. I know this is only the first time. This is the first time we're doing this.
We have
So
all week till we figure something out.
I all week. We also have all season to kind of like work the kinks out. For stadiums, it kind of works similar. If a few of them get top 5, you get those points. Some don't, you don't. If one of them gets overall, you get those extra 10 points as well. So I guess we'll go with that for now. We'll figure it out as we go along throughout the season. If you guys know how a better way to work this out, let me know throughout this season.
Okay.
Because I know I'm not good with points, but I'm just trying something here. A little FS1 Stadium Series style. Not Monster Jam style, a little FS1 style. But we'll go with that for now. We'll see how that all goes. I'll have to go back and listen to everyone's picks and record them all down and watch the shows as we go. See how they all do. Other than that, that is it for the shows and of course our new fantasy points, which we are doing. We're not doing money, by the way. If you guys we're not doing money.
We don't got
But we're
monies.
just we don't even got the monies for it. We're underfunded.
Jeremy
We're
owes me
broke.
a Texas Roadhouse gift card.
No, I don't want to eat at Texas Roadhouse ever again. They should be
But anyway,
sued for their money.
If you know, you know.
Okay, let's get back
interview
to
of all
Monster Jam Freestyle.
i- interview of all time. But other than that, yeah, we'll figure out throughout the rest of the. We'll figure out through the rest of the week to figure all that out. And that's quick little shout out to WNB, short for Werewolf Node Beam. Novigen and I tried out the new mods for Rods update 1.4 up now. Novigen, what do you think of that? Actually, I know you haven't downloaded all of the trucks. You downloaded some. I tried them out some. What did you think of it so far?
I love a few of the new Feld trucks that they made, especially from the 2025 season. Uh, Classroom Crusher, I gotta admit, it's gotta be my favorite. I just love the way it looks in the game. A Sparkle Smash, pretty cool as well. A few different Gravedigger designs, especially from the World Finals. Tech Deck, Rec Deck, that's cool with the new El Toros. So just trying a few things out. Still some stuff to try out left, especially the new Hall Brothers trucks, Raminator and Ramdemption. Gotta try those out soon.
Yeah, I for one I actually like them too. I only tried out Rack Deck, which is so cool. Sparkle Smash and of course the new Ultra Loco design. They all look pretty cool. A lot of presets they have, which
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
yeah, it is. I mean, guys, we love the mods. It was just unnecessary amounts of presets. I don't know why y'all did that, and I understand y'all took the time with that, but I don't know why you guys put in so many presets. We literally got every preset for every city. um, you did
Yeah,
not have to do that, but sure. But I love it so far. I've like I said, I've still yet to download all the rest. Some of the Gravediggers, the Hall Bros trucks, but so far I'm enjoying it. Like it so
yes,
far. But other than that, that will be it for week one of the new season, new year 2026 is here upon us. We will see you all guys next week for Endorsey and Nofogen. I am Lane Flores. We'll see you all guys back next week for some more STSL off the track. See you.